Matthew chapter 25 verse 31 and 32. When the Son of Man comes in his glory and all the angels with him, he will sit on his glorious throne. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate the people one from another, as a shepherd separates the sheep from the goats. Son of Man is a messianic title Jesus often used for himself. It originates from Daniel chapter 7 verse 13 and 14, describing a heavenly figure given authority, glory, and sovereign power by God. This title underscores Jesus' divine authority and his role in executing God's final judgment. In his glory, this phrase highlights the majestic and divine nature of Jesus' return. Unlike his first coming, marked by humility and suffering, his second coming will be characterized by glory, power, and honor. This return will be a public, unmistakable event. All the angels with him. The presence of all the angels emphasizes the significance and grandeur of the event. Angels often accompany divine actions and judgments in the Bible, symbolizing the power and authority of God. Glorious throne. The throne represents Jesus' authority to judge. Sitting on the throne indicates his role as the ultimate judge over all creation. The adjective glorious signifies the divine nature of his authority and the splendor of his reign. All the nations. This phrase highlights the universal nature of the judgment. Every person from every nation will be gathered before Jesus. This includes all humanity, transcending racial, ethnic, and national boundaries. It emphasizes that no one is exempt from this divine judgment. Separate the people. The imagery of separation is crucial. Just as a shepherd separates sheep from goats, Jesus will separate the righteous from the unrighteous. This separation is based on the nature of their lives and actions, reflecting their true character and relationship with God. Shepherd. The shepherd metaphor is rich with meaning. In biblical times, shepherds were responsible for the welfare and protection of their sheep. They knew their flock intimately and could distinguish between individual animals. By using this metaphor, Jesus illustrates his intimate knowledge of every person and his authority to make just and righteous judgments. Sheep and goats. Sheep and goats were often herded together but separated at night. In this parable, sheep represent the righteous, those who have lived according to God's will and shown compassion and kindness. Goats represent the unrighteous, those who have failed to live according to God's standards and neglected acts of mercy and justice. Accountability. These verses remind believers that they will be held accountable for their actions. The final judgment will consider how they have lived their lives, particularly how they have treated others. Call to compassion. The context of Matthew 25 includes the parable of the sheep and the goats, Matthew chapter 25 verse 31 to 46, which emphasizes acts of mercy and compassion, feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, visiting the sick and imprisoned. This underscores the importance of living out one's faith through tangible acts of love and kindness. Hope and warning. For believers, these verses provide hope and assurance that Jesus will return and establish his kingdom in glory. However, they also serve as a warning to live righteously and be prepared for his coming. Matthew chapter 25 verse 31 and 32 offers a profound glimpse into the future judgment where Jesus, in his full glory and divine authority, will judge all humanity. This judgment will be fair and just, reflecting each person's true character and actions. The passage calls believers to live lives of compassion, kindness, and righteousness, always mindful of the coming judgment and the eternal implications of their actions.